Hi everyone, and welcome to a mini English lesson, where I'm going to teach you some basic vocabulary used in chess. Let's start with the pieces. We have the pawns, the rook, the knight, the bishop, the queen, and the king. To differentiate, the king usually has a cross. We have the chessboard, which consists of files and ranks, sometimes called columns and rows, but in the chess world it's more common to hear files and ranks. We have diagonals, logically. This would be the long diagonal. Then we have shorter diagonals or short diagonals. And this is usually considered the center of the board. These four squares here. The chessboard has 64 squares. This would be E4 using the coordinates. Each file has a letter and each rank has a number. Let's move on to check. A check is when we attack the king with a piece. So here white has played bishop b5, check. To get out of check, black can either take, block, or move. Take means capture. They're used interchangeably. Black could capture the bishop, block the check with a pawn, the bishop, or a knight, or move the king. Checkmate is when a side can't do any of those three, and it's called checkmate. So here white can play queen takes f7, checkmate, because black can't take, move, or block. Game over. Stalemate is a little bit more complicated, but it happens where if white were to capture the black queen here, it's called stalemate because black has no legal moves, they can't move, but it's not check, and the game ends in a draw. Castling is a special move where the king can move 2 squares, usually it can only move 1 square, and the rook jumps over the king in one move. So here white plays castle, in this case castling short, and the pieces end up like this. White could also castle long, and the rook would move 3 squares in that case to jump to the other side of the king. Promotion or queening is what happens when a pawn reaches the last rank and it can become any other piece. Usually we say queening because you promote to a queen in most cases, but promotion is more correct because you can promote to any piece. For example, a rook, and here it would be checkmate. En passant is the third special move. Castling and promotion are the other two special moves. En passant happens when a pawn captures a pawn that has moved 2 squares as if it had only moved 1 square, if they're beside each other. So here black can actually capture this pawn like this, and it's called en passant. Comes from French, so you can use French pronunciation if you can, en passant, something like that. So here black can capture as if it had only moved 1 square, but they have to do it immediately. If they do another move, then the next move they can't do it, won't let me. You have to do it immediately for it to work. A fork or double attack is when we attack 2 pieces at once. So white can play knight f7, attacking the king and the queen, and that's called a fork. And lastly, a fianchetto, depending on people can say it either way. Is when we develop the bishop to the long diagonal like this, with this structure. So we move this pawn up and move this bishop here. That's called fianchettoing the bishop. And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I might make a part 2 with some more advanced terms, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!